Welcome back, everyone. Today we are talking about the cheapest AK in the country again. This is the Pioneer Arms Sporter 5.56 underfolder with the forged trunnion. If you're new to this, we have 2 videos out on this guy already. We have an unboxing and like a initial impressions. We talk about the price, all that, what it was like picking this thing up. In part 2, we take this thing to the range and we shoot almost 500 rounds through it with basically no issues. We only ran into issues with one certain mag, so if you want to see that and see it suppressed, go check out part 2. Because this thing has been running so well and I'm still thoroughly impressed with it, so spoiler alert from the last 2 videos, I've decided to actually try out some aftermarket on this gun and push it even closer to that 1,000 round mark. We're losing daylight. I don't know how many rounds I'm going to get out of it today, but I will certainly try my best. So this is a 5.56 underfolder, built in Poland and Rodham, imported over here by Pioneer Arms, and sold to us Americans for an extremely low price of $579, which is what I paid. They can't always find them that cheap, but I was lucky enough to find it that cheap, and if you search hard enough, you can too. This is the unrivaled muzzle brake. I've grown to think that these are just some of the best muzzle brakes on the market. This is their 14x1 left-hand thread pitch with the 30 cal hole. They make one for 308, for 5/8x24, and they make a 1/2x28 5.56 version. This is a 3-chamber brake that's tunable. If you see here, it's got all these little threaded holes all the way around it. You can actually like move plugs around and kind of tune the recoil. And I found them to be extremely effective. This gun had pretty light recoil out of the box. I just thought it would be pretty crazy to put a muzzle device on there that is honestly as good as it gets, and just to see what it feels like. We wanted to put a red dot on this, and the only way I could find out how to do this easily was with an Ultimac. This is a railed aluminum gas tube that replaces your factory gas tube. It's an underfolder, so there's no sight rail. Most underfolders, all underfolders, are not going to have a sight rail because when folded, it folds close enough to the receiver where you can't have a sight rail. In fact, if you've seen like the more modern M70s that are coming in with the underfolders, their sight rail is like the really weird one that's like moved up closer to your dust cover. And there's like no one that makes a mount for that. It's the only way they get away with it with an underfolder. We've actually changed the lower handguard to a Polish lower handguard. I thought it was more fitting for a Polish gun. This is surplus Polish. And with Polish lowers, you can actually run Ultimacs without mods. You have barrel clamps here that kind of need a certain type of wood lower handguard to work. I had a Russian lower handguard and there's just not enough room for an Ultimac to work with that. So we put this one on there and there's no modification needed. Primary Arms red dot. Love this little red dot. It looks good, it shoots great. It's just a nice, cheaper alternative while having a very high quality red dot. I've got several of these things. I probably had 5 or 6 over the years that have so much time on them, and I've never busted one. And I've always thought just like an aim point sized optic on an Ultimac is so old school, like so Rifle Dynamics, you know, it's kind of got that look. So there's that. I don't know if this voids the warranty like it did on the M90, but we put an ALG trigger in there and put a little goon tape on the grip. It's cold as balls out here, so we put some goon tape on the underfolder where my cheek's gonna rest. And that is it. A brake, an optic mount, an optic, trigger, and some goon tape. Other than that, it's exactly the way you saw it in the last video. And we know pretty much what mags work with it today, so I just wanted to run this thing even faster, even harder, with some more modern touches and get off those iron sights for a little while. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and blast with this thing a little bit and we'll just talk about it afterwards and see how much farther we want to take it. And then later on in the video, we'll take this thing out to 500 yards just to see if the cheapest AK in the country can even shoot that far. And we're using Tula steel case ammo all day. So that'll come later. But for now, let's go ahead and blast. Before we do that, it's getting cold in the country, so you need a good hoodie. So if you want to support us, the best way to do that is to go by thirdpinthreads.com. We have our brand new hoodies. This is our mag hand hoodie, my personal favorite. We also have beanies in a couple different colors and a ton of t-shirts and a ton of hats. And every month we give away, at least for the next few months, we're giving away some really high-end Davidoff chest rigs to winners. Every $1 that you spend on Third Pin Threads gives you an entry to the Davidoff chest rig giveaway. You spend 30 bucks, you get 30 entries. Pretty easy. Good luck to everyone that buys some Third Pin this month. Hopefully you win the very cool Davidoff chest rig. know if you guys are seeing that flare, but that flare is crazy. Trying another 74 mag here with a pod arms follower. This is actually a Circle 21 Bulgarian, kind of like a brown. I think they call this like a red brick mag, kind of a rare mag, but I just wanted to really try to get some more of these conversion followers to work because the mags fit and look so good. Still having great luck with the Pod Arms 5.56 conversion followers for 74 mags. In the last video, you saw that we had this mag, East German Bake for 5.45 that worked flawlessly with 223. Today, I wanted to try out one of my Tula Plums to see if it's a fluke and see if this stuff works with all the 74 mags. Oh, had our first jam. Keep in mind, this is a converted mag, so I don't want you to think that the gun's jamming. Sometimes it just happens with these followers. Typically, it's with the last few rounds. Let's see if that's the case. Got a few rounds in there. See if it keeps going. Yep, sometimes that's been my experience. You get towards the bottom of the mag with the conversion follower and that's where they start to get a wee bit unreliable. We'll keep running with the East German because it ran great last time. It really likes the East German mag. Just thought that was cool. Even with the extended +5 base plates, it still clears. Pretty neat, pretty neat. That Ultimac is getting hot. Very hot. Another thing I wanted to try in this video were these Circle 10 mags. Had one last time that didn't work very well, but still the clear Circle 10 mags continue to function flawlessly, and I just really want to try to find some of these black Bulgarian mags that work. All very tight. Woo, that fireball. That one functioned. Don't worry, I brought another one. This one's tight. Very tight. So I wonder if we have a round in there. Nope. Man, I've noticed this. So some of these Bulgarian mags that are really tight, when I put them in there and really beat them in place, it like locks the bolt carrier in place. No round in the chamber. Then I gotta like mortar it open. It's weird. It's like all that pressure from the mag kind of like jams the carrier in place. Maybe if I don't beat it. Still. All right, let's try this. Oh, dude, it goes in so easy if you hold the bolt back. Like butter. Same as last time, fell to feed. It's gonna be hard to see, but the extractor claw isn't fully like grabbing onto the rim of the case. Yeah, it's not like it's jammed, you just couldn't quite get it in there. It's like the mag just adds so much tension up top. One more mag that I've been dying to try. My very rare Molot 223 RPK mag. It did not fit very well at the house, but we'll see. It locks in very easy. So if you chamber around, it's not totally full. I tried it totally full and it just would not, I couldn't pull the bolt back. It's not very empty. It might be downloaded by like 2 or 3 rounds. Still over 40 rounds in there. Do a magwell hold here. Wow, dude. I just downloaded it a couple rounds and it functioned flawlessly. And how cool does that look? I wonder if the stock will fold. Almost. Oh, it does, it clears. Dude, that's pretty cool, man. This thing's getting so hot. This gun continues to rock and roll, man. Awesome. Yeah, that magwell is still so tight. AC Unity does not want to go in very easy. Woo! Dude. This gun just keeps taking it and taking it and taking it. Oh man. Shit. All right. I'm gonna load one more mag up to end out this video, and then I'm gonna get a quick round count of where we're at, plus what we shoot on long range. I think we've blown past 1,000 rounds in 2 days of shooting. Damn. All right, 100.
Yeah. Over the right shoulder. Right at the neck. Good.
All right, just let me know when you get on 200.
Right.
Low. Good elevation, but you're low to the right.
Wow, that was low, huh?
Over the left shoulder.
think that was an impact.
Yeah, it's splash, isn't it? That big bullet, big splash. Over the right shoulder, but
It's
you're
pretty
right on the
symmetrical
edge.
dust up, you know?
Yeah.
Right on the right edge. Impact, center hit.
So half a target left on that one.
To the right.
Like that.
I'm gonna aim just to the left, dead on. Yeah. It should be dead hold from 50 to 3, so that's good.
That was a good shot. That was a...
I split the target in half and just pulled half a target left, just like at 2.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to 4. I've got my dot turned down all the way.
That's what you were aiming at all the time, wasn't it?
No, I was aiming for the small gong.
I'm holding
Now I'm shooting the IDP.
dead center to the left.
Huge miscommunication.
Not knowing what's happening yet.
Go ahead and reload.
The wind was picking up a little bit. Let me aim dead center. Any idea?
No.
All right, I'm aiming half a target high, dead center.
What, 10?
I couldn't see it. Right over his right shoulder. I saw that.
Okay, that was about a half a target high. It was dead center.
So.
I'm gonna aim a little bit lower towards his throat.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Impact. That was impact.
That's where I've been holding most of the time, just over his left shoulder.
More to the
Yeah.
left.
Even though we have a right to left wind, I guess it's how it's zeroed. It's pulling all the shots to the right. All right, let's go to 5. Let me know when you're on, please.
If I can get back to 0.
Oh, impact. That was good.
Shit, I've probably been hitting it this whole time. Fuck.
Oh my god.
All right.
All right.
So that was 7 hits at 500, maybe. All right, cool. That is it for today's video. I don't know what else to throw at this gun. It's clearly got what it takes to reach out to 500 yards with Tula 55 grain steel case ammo. Granted, with the help of a spotter, but it's totally capable of doing it without much compensating. The recoil is awesome. It handled all of these parts. The trigger, the muzzle brake, the Ultimac, we haven't lost zero. I don't know if I've ever shot a semi-auto, a personal gun that I own. I don't know if I've ever purposely shot that many rounds that fast, nonstop. It took me at least less than an hour to film this whole video other than the long range. All of the rounds that were shot, well, that was all within like 35, 40 minutes because I'm running out of daylight, so I'm trying to speed up. And it just takes it, man. It takes it and takes it. We had one little issue with that weird failure to extract on an AC Unity mag, and it just does not seem to like one of the conversion plumb mags. But other than that, man, for what we paid, this thing is just running and running. We did use some of that really good Weapon Genetics gun blood lubricant. I mean, it's still in there. It's still wet. And the action has gotten so smooth. Damn it, man. I'm actually thoroughly impressed at just how well it's done. It's perfectly accurate enough for what you need an AK to do. And yeah, dude, Price of admission, I'm highly impressed. Now, if I pay $2,000 for an AK that shot, I would be a little upset about a few of the malfunctions that this thing has from time to time with certain mags. It seems like it never, ever, ever, ever chokes up with Polish mags, which is what it was designed to take. The only time it ever has problems is when you deviate from Polish mags. Now, that can be said about any 5.56 variant out there. It's one of the biggest drawbacks from 5.56 AKs. They don't share magazine compatibility. Some will fit random mags, some won't. They usually only work with the country of origin that their mags were made from and the gun was made from. So I would say magazine-wise, if you stick with Polish mags, 100% flawless. Works very good with AC Unity. Works pretty good with Circle 10. Works pretty good with converted 74 mags. But the good news is there's so many WBP and FB Barrel mags out there for relatively inexpensive. I would say I would have no problem buying this and worrying about what mags to buy. That's always a worry. Sometimes you buy a rare AK and you're like, where the hell am I ever going to buy mags for this? These mags are extremely available and in this gun have been 100% flawless. We're finally starting to get a little color change on that barrel. We got it really hot. That was a brand new muzzle brake when we started today. Man, this gun's looking stinky and beat up. I know this is not everyone's experience with this gun. This is one gun that I bought with my money. This is the experience that I'm having. Your mileage may vary. Again, there's no agenda here to tell you to go out and buy one of these. I'm just thoroughly impressed that I seem to have got a good one for an extremely cheap buy-in. So yeah, man. Every now and again, it's just nice to be surprised by what everyone tells you is going to be a big piece of junk. Oh, by the way, we're going to tally up all these rounds. I don't know. I'm going to count the mags and then add the mags that we reloaded. I'll put that number here. If I had to guess, we have absolutely blown past 1,000 rounds, including what we shot at long range. So I would consider this a pretty well broken in gun. And a lot of people told me the firing pin would fail around 1,000 rounds. Now we're around that ballpark, and it's had a couple of weird issues with the mags, but firing pin seems okay. The extractor claw seems okay. So, you know, if it lasts a little bit longer, I say screw it. Let's go ahead and post-sample this thing and do a meltdown. If you enjoyed this content, again, go by Third Pin Threads, pick up some stuff. You might win some Davernoff stuff, so that's cool. And thank you to Unrivaled for sending this muzzle device. It's been awesome, greatly appreciated. Thank you, Cody at Weapon Genetics, for showing me that lubricant, the Gunblood Lube. That stuff is awesome and holds up really well in freezing temperatures. It's been really good lubricant. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys. I'm going to stop rambling. The sun has totally gone. We'll see you next time. Keep an eye out for that meltdown. It's coming before you know it.